Thunder Bay-Atikokan.
Speaker, thank you very much. My question's for the Minister of Northern Development and Mines and has to do with the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund. And Minister, one of the chronic constant complaints we hear as Northerners from our political opponents is that Northern Ontario doesn't have a voice and that their voice is not heard. Now, obviously, as a Northerner, I emphatically reject that premise. Our investments through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund and our increases in funding, and it's important to note, taking that fund from $60 million to $100 million annually is just one very clear indication that, in fact, the North is being heard and that Northern members continue to deliver for their ridings. Now, I know very recently, Minister, you made an announcement on a bit of a renew, relook, refresh of the programming within the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund, and I'm wondering, Minister, if you could share with the House exactly what that programming is going to do to continue that wonderful trend in Northern Ontario.
Thank you, Minister of Northern
Thank you so much
Development
to
and
the member of
Mines.
Thunder Bay-Atikokan, and we're so very proud of the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation in terms of the jobs that it has created. 22,000 jobs created or retained over the last 10 years, thousands of $890 million in investment. But 2 weeks ago, we decided we needed to look and say, can we make the program even stronger? And we had the opportunity to announce 5 new programs to basically enhance how the Heritage Fund works. And what we recognize, while we want to tie it into the priorities that were identified in the Northern Ontario Growth Plan, existing and emerging sectors in the economy, the ones that are the real priorities for the North. So now what we've done is, with the new programs, the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation has aligned programs with those sectors that will maximize benefit for Northerners and even work better than it has in the past. So we've been working with Northern municipalities, Aboriginal communities, certainly industry and the private sector to create a stronger, more diverse and sustainable Northern economy, and I'll look forward in my supplementary to provide.
Thank you. I'm going to ask the Minister next time, wait for me to acknowledge you before we start. Your microphone won't be on. Carry on. Supplementary.
Thank you very much, and Minister, thank you for that response. As mentioned, since October 2003, over $860 million towards more than 5,800 projects, leveraging over $3 billion in investment. I can tell you in my riding alone, there's been tens of millions of dollars of investment through hundreds of projects, creating or maintaining close to 1,700 jobs. Now, a few examples in my riding of Thunder Bay-Atikokan. New Tech Metals, $300,000 to expand a fab shop for a high-definition plasma table, allowing them to bid on jobs they previously couldn't, hire more people. Reuben Business Park in Murillo in Oliver Papoonge, over $500,000 for an expansion of their industrial park with service lots. Thunder Bay International Airport Authority, the third busiest airport in all of Ontario, $1 million to continue the great trend that we see there on the business expansion at Thunder Bay International Airport. So Minister, can you please share with the House the new programming, specifically how we're going to see that continue what's been a great trend through NOHFC all across Northern Ontario?
Sir.
So much again, and this is why aligning our programs with the growth plan is so important, because the growth plan calls on us to strengthen Ontario, the North's competitive advantage. So our program changes are focusing investment on existing and emerging sectors that have strong potential for significant growth across the North. And as part of our government's plan to strengthen the economy and support a dynamic and an innovative business climate that attracts investment and helps create jobs, the NOHFC wants to continue to partner with Northerners. So the 5 new programs at the Heritage Fund are built on the themes of private sector job creation, supporting Northern community infrastructure, enhancing economic development capacity, stimulating commercialization, innovation and productivity, and of course attracting and retaining talent. We look forward to continuing to work with all of our Northern organizations to keep building jobs, creating jobs in Northern Ontario. Thank you.
Thank you. Your question, the member from Lamping.